Hi, welcome back to another HowTechs how-to video. Today we're going to show you how to use the camera and camcorder on a Xiaomi Mix. So first you want to go to the camera icon down here on the bottom. And this controls both the front-facing camera and the beautiful rear-facing camera here on the back. So as you can see, it's a standard kind of interface. Just hit the white shutter here. You can also click on something that you want to focus on, and you'll see a camera pop up here, and if you just touch that, that'll also take a photo. The cool thing is you can also see this up and down arrow here. You can adjust the brightness. So if it's something in the dark corner perhaps, you want to make it brighter so that that detail is clear. Even if the other part's washed out, that's okay. You have that option to control that. Also, don't forget that the fingerprint sensor here on the back is also a button, so it can be used for taking photos. The key thing is it is extremely close to the camera, so you have to be careful, and it's also very sensitive. So you might end up accidentally pushing it and or accidentally covering up your thing. So not the best way to control it. I prefer to use the front button. It gives you a more firm grip as well. You can control the flash from the top here. You can do either do auto, on or off, and then also torch. Torch is basically the light is on all the time, which is great if you're trying to take photos in the dark or you're walking around in the dark with your camera out. So let's set this to auto. You can also set the HDR here. So this is the high dynamic range photos. So especially if you're in an area where it's sunny and then also some shadow and you want to get a good balance of both, definitely use HDR. If you bring this up, you can see some specialty modes, which include timer, if you could rotate the image, panorama, beautify if you're taking selfies, if you just want to record audio, low light, tilt shift, etc. So some really cool modes that you can explore individually. And now let's also look at the filters available. Let's try this one. Wow, really cool. And switching between the front-facing and rear-facing camera here. Now let's look at the camcorder. So in this case, the camcorder, you can turn it either way. Let's try it sideways. So pretty much similar to the regular camera, except now we have a red shutter. And if you hit it, you start recording, and you can see the clock running here. And also on this one, you have the ability to pause. So I can actually pause, move, film something else, restart it, and the clock keeps going. So the cool thing about this is you could take multiple clips, but they'll all show up as one file combined, which is really handy in some cases. And so when you're done, just hit stop. And now that's the end of that file. And if you want to see what you've filmed, you can click on the gallery here. And you can see basically, okay, that's the video we just took. If you hit it, you start recording and you can see that. So this is the thumbnail version. If I don't like that one, you can delete it. And we get back to our previous photo. So let's go out of the gallery, back to the camera. There's some additional settings. If you go to the modes here, you can do the detailed camera settings, including turning the shutter sound on and off, saving GPS location information. You can actually capture images while recording. You turn this on. You can set the video quality. You can adjust the focus mode, continuous autofocus, or tap focus only. You can also decide whether you want these volume buttons to be shutters as well, or zoom or volume. Let's try zoom. And now let's go back and see. So first of all, if I'm recording a video now, I just turned on the capability to also capture photos. So now I'm shown a white dot here, which will, while I'm capturing this video, I can also take still images, which is great because you get both the video and the still image on the same device without missing a beat. really cool. So let's try photo. Let's change the filter back to default. And now I've changed it so that the zoom function is controlled by the volume, which is more like a old school camera. If I'm focusing on something and I just want to zoom in a little bit, I don't want to have to pinch, so I can, without taking my fingers off the phone and fumbling and making a shaky picture, I can just barely touch it and zoom in. Pretty cool. Okay, so that's how to control the camera and camcorder on a Xiaomi Mix. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe, and be sure to check out all of our how-to videos for the Xiaomi Mix and many other phones here on HowTechs. Thank you. The zoom on that you want to focus on, and you'll see a camera pop up here, and if you just touch that, that'll also take a photo. The cool thing is you can